Ms. Carranza is the acting administrator of the Small Business Administration. She was nominated by President Bush and sworn in on December 15, 2006 as Deputy Administrator of SBA. Ms. Carranza, I just want to say thank you for agreeing to testify today. I really appreciate your willingness to come before our committee. I realize that you have been at SBA just 18 months and that many of these Hubzone problems predate you joining the agency. But today you're sitting in the hot seat. And so thank you for being here.
That's due warning, I think.
It's been hot since I arrived here. Good morning, Chairwoman Velasquez, and thank you very much for the invitation, and also Ranking Member Mr. Chavez. Once again, good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to testify today. While I'm proud of the reforms I've made in my time at SBA, more work remains. As other panelists have described, the administration of our Hubzone program leaves considerable room for improvement. In fact, in September 2007, I testified about our concerns over flaws that needed attention, but the more work we identified to fix these problems, the more we uncovered.
Could you possibly pull the mic a little bit closer?
Certainly.
Thank you.
We welcome the GAO's report and work, and as our response to their audit makes clear, we agree with their assessment. In fact, GAO's conclusions only confirm what we had already uncovered. Now we're working so that this program will better accomplish its goals, and I'd like to describe our specific actions. First, GAO recommended immediate steps to correct the Hubzone map. Further, they recommended that we ensure it is frequently updated with the most recent data. Problems with the map were, in fact, what uncovered the program's serious mismanagement. In response to a congressional inquiry about whether a specific county qualified, the Hubzone program determined that it did. Then several days later, SBA found that it was, in fact, not qualified. In determining how much a mistake was made, senior managers learned the initial determination was done manually. This pointed to the fact that the map hadn't been updated for more than 18 months. This, in turn, set off a cascading series of revelations. In getting to the bottom of these issues, a process that accelerated as time went on, the extent of the program's problems became increasingly clear. It also became increasingly clear that the program needed new leadership. We have brought on new program management who are committed to reform, completing an objective that predates GAO's call to fix the map. On July 3rd, a new contract was executed. This contract provides strict timetables and procedures so that going forward the map remains current. The new map will be available August 29th. In its second recommendation, GAO urged more consistently obtaining supporting documents in the application process. Also, they recommended more frequent site visits to ensure eligibility. In response, a draft of our new application processing manual was completed July 2nd. It establishes guides about supporting documents, what is required, and how to handle these requests. It also includes instructions regarding site visits. We believe that by more effectively marshaling our district office resources, we can quickly accomplish this objective, and Hubzone is working with the field operations to produce clear procedures. Presently, this draft is being reviewed and finalized. This process will be completed by September. The third GAO recommendation was to eliminate the recertifications backlog and going forward to stay current. In response, SBA hired contract employees to assist. Our goal is to clear the backlog by the end of fiscal year 2008, and we're on track to meet this benchmark. Hubzone's new leadership is implementing reforms so that, with the backlog cleared, recertifications will be timely. I can assure you that SBA senior staff will oversee this task. The fourth GAO recommendation was to formalize timeframes for processing proposed decertifications. In response, SBA is adding explicit timelines to the applicable SOP. This process will be completed by the end of August. The fifth and final recommendation was to develop ways to assess Hubzone's overall effectiveness. and this largely mirrors a similar finding by SBA's Office of Advocacy. In response, SBA is developing an assessment methodology to measure HubZone's economic benefits. This is being done by the senior economist in our Office of Policy and Strategic Planning. Once completed, this will allow